Hello everybody, so I'm going to go ahead and go through the 8-1 to 8-3 formative assessment that you guys took on Quizizz. This will give you some clarity if you had any questions about different questions that you got incorrect. So the first question was, what does circumference mean? So circumference, so we have to choose between A, space a circle takes up, B, distance around a circle, C, line from one side of a circle to another, or D, line from the center of the circle to the side. So this one is actually going to be B, which is the distance around the circle. The space the circle takes up is called your area. That's the amount of space inside. A line from one side of a circle to another is called the diameter. And the last one, line from the center of the circle to the side, is called your radius. Okay, so like I said, that would be B, distance around the circle. Okay, number 2, it says, does this picture show a diameter or a radius of a circle? So we can actually use our answer for number 1 that we got. We're going from one side of the circle all the way to the other side of the circle. So this is going to be our diameter. Okay, remember radius is only from the center of the circle to the side, to one side. Okay, number 3, it says, does this picture show a diameter or radius of a circle? So again, we could use what we did in questions 1 and 2. This is going from the center of the circle to the outside, so that is a radius. Okay, number 4, it says, which unit would you use for circumference? So you could either have inches, inches squared, or inches cubed. So if we go through these, inches squared, this is going to be for area. Inches cubed is for volume. You might be wondering why. So for area, you have length times width. If you have a cube or a rectangular prism, for volume, you would have length times width times height. So as you can see, there's 3 units being multiplied. Area, there's being 2 units being multiplied. So this one is going to just be A, inches. Okay, so for question 5, it says, which unit would you use for area? So we actually just answered that. We're going to use the one that has the squared. So that would be letter B, centimeters squared. Okay, number 6. It says, find the radius of the circle given the diameter of 8 centimeters. So if we have a diameter of 8, in order to find our radius, we have to do our diameter divided by 2. Excuse me. So we're going to do 8 divided by 2, which will give us 4, and we cannot forget our units, so that would be 4 centimeters. And the answer is letter B. R is equal to 4 centimeters. All right. Number 7, it says find the diameter of a circle when the radius is 12. So similarly, if we have our radius of 12 feet, and we want to find our diameter, we're going to take our radius and multiply it by 2. So we're going to have 12 times 2, which is going to give us 24, and that's feet. So that would be letter D. Another way you could look at that is if you have a circle and half of it is 12, the other half also has to be 12, so that means the full distance would be 24. Okay, number 8. It says a tire has a diameter of 44 centimeters. Find the circumference and use 3.14 for pi. So remember the circumference formula is either 2 times pi times your radius, or pi times your diameter. So this one we do have our diameter of 44 centimeters. So for pi, we're going to use 3.14. So I'm going to do C is equal to 3.14, and I'm going to multiply that by 44. So if we do 3.14 times 44, that gives us a total of 138.16. Remember, for circumference, it's just whatever our unit was. It's not squared or cubed, so centimeters. So that would be letter A. So 138.16 centimeters. All right, number 9. So this one, it says, find the circumference of a circle using 3.14 for pi. Again, here are our formulas. So C is equal to 2 times pi times your radius, or pi times your diameter. In the problem, if you look at your circle, we are given, this is your radius. So we would do C is equal to 2 times 3.14 times 4, because we had our radius. So if you were to multiply that into your calculator, that would give us 25.12, and then remember it is just our units. So that would be yards. So that would be letter C. Alrighty, number 10. It says find the area of a circle that has a radius of 8 inches. Remember to use 3.14 for pi, and our area formula is pi times your radius squared. Remember, when it's squared, that doesn't mean radius times 2, it means radius times radius. So, if we have a radius of 8 inches, then we have to do area is equal to 3.14 times 8 squared. So 8 squared, remember, is not 8 times 2, it is 8 times 8. So I have 3.14 times 64. So I'm going to do 3.14 times 64, and that is going to be area is equal to 200.96, and then inches, and remember when we have area, it's our area is our units squared. So 200.96 inches squared, which was letter B. Alrighty, number 11. It says find the area of the circle, use 3.14 for pi. Area is equal to pi times your radius squared. So if you look at our circle, it goes from one end of the circle to the other. So this actually means that 12 feet is your diameter. So we need to find our radius. So you have to take our diameter and divide by 2. So I did 12 divided by 2. So our radius is 6. So our radius is 6 feet. So from here, I'm going to plug that all into my formula. Let me change my color so we can separate the two. So we have area is equal to 3.14 times the radius, which we remember is 6, and then squared. Again, remember that is not 6 times 2, it's 6 times 6. So essentially we would have 3.14 times 36. So 3.14 times 36 gives me 113.04, and then it would be our units squared, so feet squared. So 113.04 feet squared would be letter C. Alrighty, number 12. So it says find the area of the semicircle, which is the shaded region. So we're only looking for the bottom half. So remember, our formula is the same thing as finding the entire area of the circle, but then we have to divide by 2. So if you looked at the circle, you would have your diameter is 14. So in order to get your radius, we had to do 14 divided by 2, which gave us 7 centimeters. So our radius is 7 centimeters. So we're going to do area is equal to 3.14 times your radius squared divided by 2. So I would have 3.14 times 49, because 7 times 7 is 49, divided by 2. And you go ahead and plug that into your calculator, and you would get 76.93, and this would be centimeters squared. That would be letter A. Now, if you got 153.86 centimeters squared, you're on your way to getting the correct answer, but you have to divide by 2, because what you did is you found the entire area of the full circle, but we are only looking for half. Okay, so number 13. We have to find the area of the trapezoid. So remember, our area of a trapezoid is base 1 plus base 2, all of that times your height, and then divided by 2. So we have our base 1 and our base 2, and then we have our height. So we have area is equal to 8 plus 16 times our height of 7, then everything divided by 2. So from here, 8 plus 16 is 24. So we're going to do 24 times 7 divided by 2, and we would get 84 and then meters squared. So that was letter A. All right, number 14. This is for area of a triangle. We have our base times our height divided by 2. So for 4, the 4 is our base, 6 is our height. So we're going to do area is equal to 4 times 6 divided by 2. So 4 times 6 is 24. And then dividing by 2, we get 12. And remember, it's our units and then squared. So that would be letter C. All right.